The writers at Insomniac fundamentally don't understand superheroes, and Spider-Man 2 proves it. Let's talk about why Marvel's Spider-Man 2 completely misses the point of Spider-Man. Salam, my name is Mustafa. For those of you new to the channel, I am the founder and solo developer of my studio, Suburb Path. In the past, I've worked at Treyarch during the development of Black Ops 4. I've worked at Zwift on their indoor cycling game. I currently have a narrative-driven tower defense game, Nexus Defenders, which is discounted for the 1-year anniversary, 25% off until March 5th. On this channel, I cover game design, storytelling, and other video game related topics. Today, we're going to analyze Spider-Man 2's portrayal of Peter Parker and how it completely fumbles the core message of superheroes. Recently in an interview, Peter Parker's voice actor, Yuri Lowenthal, confirmed that Peter will be in Spider-Man 3. He says, quote, "There are very few things that I can say about this game, but I have somehow landed on the one thing that I can answer, and that is yes, Peter is not gone. He will be part of the game, and he won't be relegated to the couch. I promise." The fact that he even had to say this shows how much Insomniac botched Peter Parker's character. Fans were genuinely worried that Peter will be gone in Spider-Man 3 because Spider-Man 2's ending treated him as if he was gone for good. And that's the core problem. Insomniac's current writing team doesn't understand what makes superheroes work. If you aren't aware of what happened in Spider-Man 2, I'm going to go over spoilers as to how Insomniac butchered Peter Parker's character. The game's cinematics makes Peter look weaker than ever. In the first Spider-Man game, Peter was an experienced hero who could take on the Sinister Six by himself. In Spider-Man 2, he gets tossed around constantly, takes a ridiculous number of hits, and even needs saving from fights that he theoretically should win on his own. His spider sense, which is one of his most iconic abilities, for no explanation goes off right as he's getting hit, instead of going off ahead of time before the danger arrives, which makes it convenient for the writers when they need him to look vulnerable. Mary Jane, on the other hand, is given action hero moments at Peter's expense. There's a scene where Venom attacks Peter, and Mary Jane pushes him out of the way and takes the hit herself. Peter has superhuman speed and reflexes, yet Mary Jane, a regular human, was able to react faster than him. This is poor writing. Insomniac's game director for Spider-Man 2 even admits that Mary Jane is overpowered.
Let's talk about the MJ missions a little bit.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Because you made her like the most OP character in the game. Let's just get it out there.
She's OP.
One-shot everybody.
She's OP. I knew that those missions weren't the fan favorites coming out of Spider-Man 1. We knew we had to make her more of a proactive, capable person. And if she's a little OP, I don't give a shit. It's important to have her be a capable hero. You know, this might sound cliche or whatever, cheesy, but like you don't need to have powers to be a hero.
This wasn't an accident. They wanted to intentionally make Mary Jane seem strong and powerful even at Peter's expense. Also, the game sets up Miles as the better Spider-Man. Throughout the game, Peter constantly needs help from Miles, from the symbiote, from Mary Jane. Instead of making Miles stand out with his own strengths, they downplay Peter's competence so Miles can shine. By the end of the game, Peter retires from being Spider-Man, happily handing off the responsibility to Miles, which leads to Peter's retirement feeling unbelievable and goes against his character. Peter has quit being Spider-Man before in other stories, but it's always been a painful decision for him. In this game, when Miles tells him that he can handle being Spider-Man on his own, Peter gives him a big smile and a hug, and he was relieved that Miles will take over being Spider-Man for him. This is more than just bad writing. This is a fundamental misunderstanding of Spider-Man's character and theme. Superheroes aren't about having power. They're about carrying responsibility. And Spider-Man's theme is spelled out most straightforward compared to any other superhero. Uncle Ben's lesson is, with great power, there must also come great responsibility. And this theme is linked with being a hero. There have been instances of different versions of Superman in which he's given up his powers so he can live a life building a family with Lois Lane. But this isn't a popular path for Superman, and usually the stories don't stick around too long with this portion of his life. Why? Because it makes Superman look irresponsible and selfish because he's turned his back to society. Rather than helping society out, he decided he wants to just live his own life and be happy. There have been writers for Batman who have straight up said that Batman is not allowed to get married and have a happy ending because his story is about sacrifice to ensure that no one else suffers the same way that he did. Insomniac's current writing team does not get this. Superheroes must sacrifice. They must be selfless. They can't just hand off their responsibility to someone else. The writers think having the power of Spider-Man is a fun privilege, a toy that we can take turns playing with, but that's not how superheroes work. This is no different from people who don't know the difference between a leader and a boss. The people who don't know the difference, they want to be in charge just so they can tell others what to do. That's not what leadership is about. Wanting to be in charge and telling others what to do, that's the mindset of a tyrant and an oppressor. Leadership is about the responsibility. Superpowers is about the responsibility. If having superpowers isn't about the responsibility, then how does it make that character different from a supervillain? It's also like a teenager who's thrilled about getting his license and the first thing he wants to do is just speed down the highway and drive recklessly, not understanding the importance of safe driving and keeping others safe. The writers think superpowers is something to enjoy rather than something that comes with a heavy price, burden, and responsibility. The writers also see physical strength as the only positive trait. Going back to Mary Jane, she's just a regular human, but with only a taser gun, she's able to take out all of Kraven's minions. Again, she takes the blow from Venom to save Peter. She's not even a superhero, and the only way they can think of making her a strong character is to make her physically strong and brave. This is a clear telling that those in charge of the narrative don't understand how to make a female character strong through femininity. They're using masculine traits and write her as a strong character through physical strength and bravery. So how could the game done it right? First of all, they can elevate Miles without making Peter look weak. They can give Miles and Peter different strengths with their soft skills, such as their leadership skills, their strategic skills. Peter could be more experienced and better at planning out strategies, while Miles could be more energetic and adaptable. They could both play off each other and make each other strong since they're two different characters helping each other out. They could have also made Mary Jane strong in her own way as well. You don't need to make a female character physically strong to make her a strong character, especially if she doesn't even have superpowers. Mary Jane could have been Peter's emotional rock rather than a fake action hero. Her strength can come from her emotional intelligence, her compassion, her support, not magical combat skills she gains out of nowhere just because she's holding a taser gun. A female character, especially one who does not have superpowers, should not be written with masculine traits as her strength to compete with the male superheroes. Bravery is a masculine trait because women are generally smaller and weaker than the danger they face. Tackling the danger head on is reckless. Safety should be a priority for them. Instead, feminine strength can be shown through empathy, compassion, concern, insight, resourcefulness, and charisma. And finally, Peter's retirement needs to be meaningful. If Peter had to retire, it should be a struggle, not an easy decision for him. The narrative should make us feel why he can't continue due to a mistake he made, which leads him to distress and uncertainty. Spider-Man stories have resonated with generations of kids and adults because they tap into something deeper than just cool superpowers. The game completely ignores the main theme of Spider-Man and the main theme of superheroes in general, and that's why it doesn't sit right. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Am I being too harsh or do you agree? I appreciate your support and I appreciate you getting this far in the video. Thank you. Take care. Salam.